Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're just getting into our second game now. It's going to be a PvZ on Deadwing between Jen Lawrence and Lowrux from Team Clan StarCraft 2 Improve. I'm really excited. I don't know about you guys. How are you all doing? I just realised I forgot to update the name of the channel on Twitch. I was still saying my Bunchwell Platinum Terran thing, but that is fixed now. So we're getting into game number 2 now. I'm really excited. Protoss vs Zerg. Really fun matchup to watch. Well, depending on your opinion on the matter. I really like well-placed force fields. I don't know about you guys. Choo-choo. I'm really excited. Getting into the second game now. Just on the loading screen. It's taking a minute. Really hope it hasn't frozen. That would be bad. So while we're just waiting for this, how is everyone in chat doing? Hope you've all had a nice day. I know I have. It's been very fun. I had a nice lay-in today. And get to cast some very excellent StarCraft tonight as well. It's taking ages. Jesus. I don't know what's going on. Oh, no, here we go. It's movement, boys. Right, okay, let's go. Took a while. That's a bit of a long loading time. I haven't had one of those in a while. Oh, come on. Well, it looks like we're waiting on Lowrux, so maybe he's just got a slow PC, I don't know. I do apologise about this, guys. There's not much I can really do about this. It's just a very long loading time. I'm annoyed. I know you probably are as well, so just bear with me, and we'll get into the second game as soon as possible. This is where we find out Lowrux has crashed. It's like actually just wasting all of our time. Oh dear. Is that a Rasta Kappa? Is that what? Is that what a Super Seeker? Is that a Rasta Kappa in chat? Oh man, right. However, our game is ready. Spawning in the bottom left, the green Zerg representing Clan StarCraft Improve. It is Lowrux. And in the top right, the orange Protoss took the first game against Barry. It is Jen Lawrence, representing Team ED. What does it mean? What does Lowrux mean? I don't know. So it is going to be cross-spawned on Deadwing. So the map is going to be very large. It looks like the game might be quite drawn out. Hopefully we don't see swarm hosts. That would be bad. However, it looks like I hope we go to a macro game. But at the same time, I hope we don't see swarm hosts. Everything looking pretty standard so far from our Protoss player. No silly proxies. There's not going to be any 2-gate shenanigans or anything like that. It's very standard stuff. This probe going to scout the wrong way. First, the Overlords. Also, they're both going to scout each other last. Rick sending his Overlord, this first Overlord the wrong way. Second one is on the right way though, but however it is very far away. It's a very big map, so he will not scout Jen Lawrence with his Overlord for a long time. In all fairness, by the time he gets his pull finished and makes a couple of lings, the lings will probably get there before the Overlord. Spawning pool is coming down now. Was a 15 pool, I believe, and he's looking to go take his hatchery now with this drone. So very standard. There's a 15 pool. That looks like the probe gets in the last minute and denies the hatchery, but he doesn't get the pylon block, which is what he was going for. The hatch does go down, but he does delay it for a second, which was a bit annoying. Second drone coming down now to deal with this probe. Does get pushed away. Oh no, it's gonna stay around for a bit. Oh, drops the pylon. Maybe he's going to try and force a reaction from Lorax. Maybe think there's a cannon rush on the way. I mean, he hasn't scouted, so yeah, 3 drones are being pulled from Lorax. He has forced a reaction. Not too much of an overreaction, but it's very annoying. It's denying some mining time. Things are out now. This will get pushed away. There was never a cannon rush coming, but does cause a minor inconvenience from Lorax. Just a little bit of lost mining time. On the other side of the map, we just have a simple wall off, gateway cybercore at the top of the main ramp for Gen Lawrence. Doesn't look like he's going to try and take an expansion anytime soon. Third base being taken here for Lorax. And Ling's going to head across the map just to get some scouting information now. But I think the sentry will be done by the time there is a zealot in the holding the wall anyway. So these things won't be able to get inside the base. They won't know exactly what's up. Second gateway on the way now, and a third gateway. So we might be seeing a little bit of aggression here from our Protoss player. Queen just waddling its way over to the third base. Like I said, the Lings would get here before the Overlord. They're just going to try and scout now. But there is a zealot and a sentry here to push this away. Oh, need to be careful. Don't want to maybe let those things get by. There is no speed, so they won't be able to sneak by. Pylon going to come down to the low ground. Looks like he's going to try and take his expansion now. Oh, the third base does get cancelled. I don't know why he did that. That's interesting. Maybe he thinks there's some aggression on the way. Maybe he knows. Maybe he can smell the the extra gates with his with the skin on his teeth. The skin on his teeth? That's the right. What even phrase is that? With his Zerg sense, he can sense the extra gateways. So he actually cancelled his third base. That's pretty big because it looks like Gen Lawrence is just going to take his Nexus now. So it's going to be 2 base versus 2 base. This is not looking too great for our Zerg player. Roach War, I'm going to come down now. But Overlord comes in. Does see the Nexus, so he knows what's up. The sentries will push the Overlord away, and he does go back to take his third base again. He must be kicking himself, cancelling this base, thinking there was going to be some kind of attack coming. Just wasting some time. Really, really not necessary. That base could have been maybe even been finished by now. I think it was maybe halfway done when it broke. When he cancelled it even. I don't know. 6 sentries out now on the zealot. Another ship core moving across the map. There's a Zergling at the watchtower. There's another one looking to be heading towards the base of Gen Lawrence. Well, the ship core will see the Zergling and just kill it before anything really happens. But sentries moving out across the map now. That aggression is actually going to come. So he's now remade his third base, and there's a pretty sizable force moving across the map, nearly doubling the army supply of Lorax in the form of 3 Stalkers, a Zealot, and 6 sentries. There isn't a probe with this, so there's going to be no reinforcement pile on the other side of the map. That's probably what's going to dent the power of this. Forge is on the way at home though. 3 Roaches on the way, as well as +1 range attacks and speed, but at the moment it is just slow Lings against sentries and Stalkers. This is the third base. Oh, it nearly finished, but it gets countered at the last second. Was a pretty good cancel. However, he still now is only on 2 base against a 2 base Protoss with force fields. Ooh, loses a sentry. That was a bit sloppy. Roaches starting to pop though. So this aggression should be just away. Really nice force field, segmenting off all the Roaches from getting to the Protoss army. And even, oh my god, these force fields! Look at that, perfectly timing them out. So when the old force fields expired, new ones are there already. Got quite a bit of drone damage done. Zergling's popping up now. And he should be able to recall out and save most of this. However, he's done a lot of damage. He cancelled the third base, he got some drone damage. It's 37 probes against 22 drones. 14 workers killed. And there's a wall at home. More gateways coming down, cannons as well as sentries. This counterattack is going to get nothing done. These are slow Roaches without upgrades, and +1 weapon attacks is coming for our Protoss player. Nice force fields keeping the Zerglings away. There's a lot of sentries here, so there's going to be plenty of force fields, and cannons are about to finish up as well. Roaches are here now. Really nice force field segment off one of the Roaches. These Roaches also can't get in onto the forge to try and cancel that upgrade. He's going to go around though. However, he's in range of the cannon, so that's extra DPS that he doesn't really need to be taking. Robo Bay on the way now in the main base for Gen Lawrence. Glowrock's taking his third base again. This is really, really late. It's insane. Like, he tried to take this 3 times and it just didn't happen. This is his 3rd time now. Oh, he does get the Forge! So +1 attacks isn't going to be there for Gen Lawrence for a long time, which means Glowrock does have this advantage, this upgrade advantage on his roaches, but there is no roach speed. Gen Lawrence though just going to take his 3rd base. He's not going to try and put any counter aggression. Immortals on the way now, and double Forge actually coming down in the main base. So we will catch up on this upgrades with double upgrades. Observer on the way now as well. First Immortal is finished. Roach speed on the way. And Lawrence is just going to drone up at home. He feels calm, he feels safe. There is a pretty sizable force here for Gen Lawrence, but there are no pylons on the other side of the map. So he will be okay for now. Another Immortal on the way. First to do that. There is going to be a Spire coming down for Lawrence. I don't know whether he's going to try and make Mutalisks or whether he's going to make Corruptors, because he's thinking that it's going to be Colossus play. Mutas I think would be I'm not sure how much Mutas will do. It depends how much he commits to Stalkers, whether he gets Blink, and whether if he keeps making Stalkers. But if he just keeps making Sentries and Immortals, I think Mutas would be really good. He hallucinates 2 Phoenixes. It's going to send them across the map. So 5th and 6th gas being taken now for Lawrence. Gen Lawrence still with the worker advantage. Oh, not now. I mean, a ton of drones just popped, but he's had a worker advantage for a long time. His 3rd Nexus is going to finish up, so he's in a really good economic position. He hasn't taken any economic damage. +2 missile attacks on the way now for Lawrence. He's going to get an infestation pit. So it looks like he's going to go up to swarm hosts. Oh dear. +1 armor and attacks coming in here for Gen Lawrence. About halfway done. And he's going to drop 2 Stargates because he sees this. I think he saw the Spire. Did he see the Spire? He did. He saw the Spire. So he thinks, okay, it's going to be Mutas. I'm going to get Phoenixes to push away your Mutas. And if it's not going to be Mutas, it's going to be Void Race Corruptors, so we can make Void Race. But it's Infestation Pit. Looking like it's going to be Swarm Hosts. Try and push this away. 3rd base, 5th and 6th. A lot of gateways at the front of the base for Gen Lawrence finishing up now. They're pretty even on workers right now. I would say Gen Lawrence still has the economic advantage because of Chrono Boost and the fact he didn't take damage early on. 4th base coming down now for Lawrence. Twilight Council coming down now. 2 Phoenix, he's made 2 at a time in the Cybercores are researching. +1 air weapons. And he's building cannons in these mineral lines, just in case Mutas come out and sneak around the back. But it doesn't look like he's going to be committing to the Mutalist because Enduring Locust is on the way, Swarm Hosts are being produced, and the Spire isn't researching anything, so he's not getting any upgrades for his air. I think maybe that was just a fake, trying to force Phoenixes out, and it worked. He's getting Phoenixes, he thinks that is the case. But what Gen Lawrence really needs to be getting now is he needs to be getting a Robotics Bay. He needs to start making those Colossus, because these Swarm Hosts, without Colossus, they're going to be a real nuisance to Gen Lawrence, especially with +2 missile attacks as well. But that being said, 2-2 is on the way for Gen Lawrence. Chrono Boost is pretty good. He's going to break down these rocks at the back here to try and take his 4th base. He's searching out with everything. These Phoenix is going to head across the map now, wondering where are the Mutalisks? Where are they? And I think he will see the Swarm Hosts. Oh no, he's just going to sit in the middle of the map. Okay. 4th base being taken now. And here's the Road Bay. I think he knows. He goes, right on. You made a Spire. There aren't any Mutas. You made a Spire. There aren't any Mutalisks. Where are they? You're probably going Swarm Host. He gets in, gets more drone kills, which is really nice. Taking a pretty big work lead right now. It's because of this as well. He goes, right, okay, well, if I don't have to fight Mutalisks, I'm just going to go kill some drones. And he does see the Locusts with his Phoenixes, so he will know exactly what's up. There are 13 Swarm Hosts out on the map right now. That's quite a sizable number. The creep spread isn't really where it needs to be at the moment. It's still quite far back for these workers. I really feel like he should have been put. If he was going to go Swarm Host, he really should have try and spread the creep out as much as he could before the Protoss Ball. Well, before he was ready to engage. However, Hive is now on the way. There is a Hydra Den, getting Hydra range. He's just getting a ton of spines in his main base, which is clever. A Warp Prism Maybe here, a big warp in zealots can really mess with your main. So 3 spine crawlers should be enough to push this away, but 2/2 is really good. Blink and a fleet beacon. Where's the fleet beacon? Here's the fleet beacon. Fleet beacon is on the way. He's probably just going to get Phoenix range with this, but I would like to see carriers. Carriers would be cool. Maybe, or this might actually be for the mothership as well, if he wants to go that late into the game. Double Colossus on the way though. Now, and Jen Lawrence looks like he's going to try and push across the map, get some push back some creep spread, which, that being said, is really far out. There isn't actually much in the terms of army for Lorox right now. It is just mostly these swarm hosts. There's only 7 roaches, there's 14 lanes, it's mostly swarm hosts. So it is very fightable here for Jen Lawrence. And it looks like actually he might try and get some pickups on the Locust with the Phoenixes, which would be... not on the Locust, on the Swarm Hosts even, which would be good. Oh, nice force fields blocking off all the Locusts now for Lorox, meaning they have to funnel through one by one towards this Protoss army. And he's just going to get the Swarm Host. There's no anti-air here for Lorox, so he won't be able to kill these Phoenixes, but really clever, bunching his army up on top of the Swarm Host, meaning he's actually just picking up links with this rather than those juicy, expensive Swarm Hosts that he wants. However, he's reduced the Swarm House counter 11, purchase being made. Hydra's now on the way to deal with these Phoenixes, and they all have Hydra range. So these Phoenixes will get pushed away now that Hydras are out. Oh, might lose one. It's lost a couple Phoenixes. That was a little sloppy, but I don't think he realised exactly how many Hydras were about to pop out. So he thought maybe he could pick up the number. Dark Shrine on the way, as well as +3 missile attacks and +2 Carapace for our Berserk play. But that being said, 3/3's on the way now. More Colossus, and this Fleet Bacon has researched nothing yet. Is there a Mothership core? There is a Mothership core, here it is. Here's the Mothership core for our Protoss player, so he might try and get a Mothership to cloak his army. There still isn't really that much. I mean, they are equal on army supply, but there isn't much else for Lorox. It is still a big chunk of this is the Swarm Hosts. Yeah, and hopefully we won't see too many games like this in the future because of the Swarm Host change, which is looking really good, especially considering what we saw in the show matches that Rotterdam and Litod did on Rotterdam's stream the other day. That was really fun to watch. Some really cool plays. Colossus in, catching the Locust now. Colossus is a little bit exposed. Needs to be careful. Doesn't want to take any unnecessary damage on these. But Locust will just melt now. Vipers popping out now as well for our Zerg player, which he needs to try and abduct those Colossus to try and stop them from... Oh, he's going to be careful, he's going to lose a big chunk of his army. Oh, Stalkers blink forward, pick up a lot, this is really smart. However, this Locust is going to try and get some... we'll get some... Actually, we won't get any Stalker heals, there's some really good force fields blocking that off. Oh, and the Colossus can get the drones on the high ground as well. That's really nice. Force field still keeping the Locust away. Just get the Spore Crawler. Where are the Phoenixes? 6 Phoenixes just sitting at its base. We could be using those in this fight. Maybe try and pick off the Vipers, that would be really nice. Does abduct one Colossus, we'll lose it. This is where he needs to use those Phoenixes to try and kill the Vipers. Oh, he loses one. Oh, but he does get all the Colossus though, which makes this army a lot less scary. He needs to be really using these Phoenixes to try and pick off those Vipers. Double cluster production though, so he will be able to build up that number fairly quickly, and 3/3 is about to finish. Templar Archives coming down now, so we'll be looking to get Archons, as well as Storm. Void Rays coming out now. Deal with this. I really think he should be using these Phoenixes to try and pick off those Vipers because they are very expensive. Oh, the Muta Switch! This is genius. They won't have any upgrades, I don't think. But Mutas, he won't be expecting this at all. But he is getting Archons with this big Stalker number. So if he still has those Phoenixes, he has Stalkers with Blink, and the Mutas have no upgrades. So maybe if this catches Jen Lawrence by surprise, it can do a lot of economic damage, but I think he will be prepared for it, especially considering he's getting this Templar Archives, so he will be getting Archons as well. These Phoenixes, he really kept them alive as well, and he has got +1 air weapon, so he will have that advantage. And I don't know, did he get Phoenix range? He did. He got Phoenix range, the Anion Pulse Crystals upgrade. Locust coming in the back now. Creep spread back in the middle of the map. Swarm Host off creep though. Muta's coming in out to the third base. Focus down the cannon, looking to get worker kills now. Use the Phoenixes, go! You still have the Phoenixes. Yeah, you notice he gets the Phoenixes now, and he's going to chase down these Mutas. He has the upgrade advantage on them, and he has Phoenix range. There isn't many Phoenixes though, but he stops Warp Raid production immediately and goes straight back to getting Phoenixes. So these Mutas aren't going to do much, but he did lose a lot of workers there. This little tiny Roach Hydra ball moving across to the top left to try and maybe do a run by to the back of Gen Lawrence's base through the back path here. That's what it looks like. Oh no, the Hydra's going to try and catch the Phoenixes out. He's going to lose all the Phoenixes if he's not careful. Yeah, he's going to lose absolutely all but 2. He might even, it looks like he's going to say the last one. 2 more join the fight though. And this Muta count, they didn't do much. It went from 22 to 8 really quickly. This Muta list really didn't do much. However, only 3 Colossus, excuse me, for Gen Lawrence. This means the ground army from lower ups is still looking pretty scary. There are 4 Vipers on the way. He lost all of his other Vipers. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure he saved 1 still, but never mind. 2 more Colossus on the way. So we have 7 Phoenixes, 2 Void Rays, 4 Colossus, and 3 Immortals, as well as a ton of Stalkers and Sentries for our Protoss player against 19 Roaches, 11 Hydras, 8 Mutas, and 10 Swarm Hosts for our Zerg player. And Gen Lawrence has the upgrade advantage. I'm pretty sure he can just go win this game. He loses some of his Roaches for free. That really is not what he needed at all. There's a pile here up here on the high grounds. Muta's going to try and get some damage, but the Phoenix is coming from the back. They're going to get economic. They're going to try and get some drone damage while the rest of this is going on. They're just fighting the Locusts. They need to be really careful. I just don't want to lose too much of this for free. And I really think he's just focusing on the fight now. Just pull back though. Don't want to lose too much of this. The Vipers coming in. Oh, nice force field, segmenting off the entire Roach Hydra army. Oh, he loses the Vipers. He loses 2 Vipers for free. 4 Vipers. He loses all of it. There is no Vipers out there. But Vipers now for our Zerg player, so he won't be able to duck these Colossus. And there's 30 Roaches on the way. That's all he can make. Stalkers in the natural base. War of Lorax, just picking off drones, picking off tech, killing overlords. 28 drones now for Lorax. There's nothing left. He has to win this game now, or he's going to be in a massive disadvantage in this game. Really, really nice force fields again, segmenting off that army. Does lose a sentry though. That's bad. What does he have at home? He has 3 Colossus, 9 Stalkers, plus the returning home army of Gen Lawrence. So Zealot run by does get a ton of drone damage here at the 5th base, but rather than the Phoenixes come back in to on cleanup duty, these Mutas just sitting here doing nothing. He needs to be trying, at least to try and be active with them, and he's just going to lose them now as well to these Phoenixes. Okay, no, just save them. Oh, really nice, picking up one of the Hydras. Picks up the Queen as well. Jumps in, dives in on the Swarm Hosts. This Roach Hydra will just going to dive on the Colossus though. He didn't have any sentries, I don't think. No, he does not. There will be no force fields. However, the Colossus do go up on the high ground, and the army supply. I don't know. It looks like he's actually gonna. Yeah, he's gonna push this away. But there are still 3 Colossus out. But there is not a lot else here for Gen Lawrence. These Roaches look like they're going to get all these Colossus for free, but without losing much. He's still only on 27 drones, whereas there are 60 probes on 5 bases now for Gen Lawrence. And there's only 1 Hydra. There's no anti. Yeah, these Phoenixes can just go ham on the Roaches if they want. And there's already more Stalkers at home, more Colossus about to pop out. Yeah, I think this is game. Gen Lawrence has won this. Storm the way now, as well as the shields and these. Yeah, that's it. Like the remaining army for Lorax is just getting wrecked by Phoenixes. He can only make 4 Hydras. He hasn't got any. He's got a big mineral bank, but he's got no gas, and he's not got any drones behind this really. Like he won't. Once the bank is exhausted, that's basically all he'll have. Because there's a massive economic advantage for the Protoss, so he can't really keep this fight up. Look at the bank for Gen Lawrence as well. It's insane. However, this being said, the army supply is fairly equal. Only 10 lead for Gen Lawrence. These Roaches doing a lot. But again, there's no anti-air, so these Phoenixes are completely uncontested. There is air supremacy against this last Swarm Host. He's making Lings now because that's all he can make. He's got no gas. 2 Colossus out now. More Stalkers. Another wave plots out on the way. Storm being researched, and he's starting to saturate his 5th base. This looking really, really grim for our Zerg player. He's on only really 1 mining base. Like he hasn't even. He's only on 27 drones. He can't saturate this base. He's on 1 mining base, and he's only mining out of 3 gas geysers properly. I mean, there's this one, but it's only mining 2, and this drone's just sitting here doing nothing. I think maybe with this it shows that Lorax is feeling pressure. He does build a spine though. Zealots try to get a run by. He's going to try and focus the hatch. He'll probably won't get it. These These Zerglings really catching off a lot of the Zealot force there for free. But they said this army is really scary for Gen Lawrence. 4 Colossus and a ton of Stalkers. There aren't any sentries, so there won't be any juicy force fields to cut this Roach army in half. This Observer allowing him to clean up the creep. Any advantage that Lorax has is really just is starting to get wrecked here. Phoenixes as well now, still completely uncontested aside from these Spore Crawlers. There are, I think that's maybe 9 Hydralisks. I was kind of close with my guess of 8. And the Spore Crawlers being cleaned up. There's so many Colossi here, they're just going to mount. He's just going to get a really nice concave though. Phoenixes are being focused by the Hydralisks and these Colossus just wrecking face. Does lose one to the Roaches, but Gen Lawrence is taking a supreme lead in army supply, doubling the supply of Lorax right now. GG is called, and Gen Lawrence takes game number 2. What a game that was. I've never had to cast a game like that before. It was really exciting actually. I really did enjoy that. It is now 2-0 in favour of Team ED. Gen Lawrence getting the second game, really showing that he is actually one of the strongest players in ED, and I would have to agree from his performance in the past 2 weeks against all the other teams. He has been showing time again he is very strong in this Team League format. It's going to be to go to the third game now. CSI will have to pick their third player. I'm not sure who that'll be. In the meantime, guys, I'm going to go to a short break, play some music. Tell me how you're all doing in chat. I really want to know. As well as any comments and criticisms about the casting, the stream quality, anything like that. Anything you want to say, just say it now during the break. That'd be great. I'll pick up on all of it. I would really appreciate that. You're watching the StarCraft 2 Improved Team League. Don't go anywhere.